Hey YouTube, we're back. We're going to start doing the flooring on the main base. So this is basically this broken up brick work I did. I did some basic masking with some, obviously some well-used silly putty. Looks like chocolate chip or French vanilla something. It's got some kind of black paint in it. I'm going to start off with a coat, and also I'm switching brushes. Going into the Renegade Chrome. It's kind of like a love-hate with this thing. I don't hate it, but it's a very heavy brush. Well made. All Badger stuff's well made. Just getting used to the other brushes. Like I've said in previous videos, if I had a choice of two brushes to live the rest of my life with, would probably be the Badger Patriot 105 as my work brush and go-to brush, and then the Sotar, which I love going into detail. But I'm just trying to get use of all my brushes in. And also I love the Grex. That's a totally different experience. I've had a little hard time getting used to the action of it, but not a big deal anymore. So this is a very, obviously everything Badger makes is good. And this is a little more detail oriented than the Patriot 105. We're running a 0.2 needle in this. You can see I'm getting a really quick coverage. And I'll just be a little bit of overspray, but there's some pipe work and stuff that we can avoid. And I'm not really worried about that because this will all be weathered. It's almost making really quick work of this whole thing. A really nice solid coat of this green down. Oh, and we're using lurking moss. You can see that on the video camera. And we're going to come in and highlight it in a second after we. Oh, we got a little clogging. Just going to thin it out a little bit. Let's see. I'll do this on camera for you. This is real straight water. Couple drops in there. I'm going to back flush it, just mix it. I need something a little better to back flush it with. Blister foam is awesome for this. Just go straight in so you don't bend the needle. No, this is not good. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this on camera so I can show you what sometimes the failings of airbrushing. Kind of move the needle in and out a little bit gently. Don't push it too hard against it. There we go. I can see that paint's coming right out again. Just going to ease the needle in and out real quick. As I got the paint flowing again, I'm going to put the handle back on. Do a little more back flushing. I don't know why it won't work with that. Well, it's working, so let's not question it. Go back in here, get this paint laying down again. See that color is just getting more and more saturated the more layers we lay down, obviously. Looking around for little areas where we have broken marble tile. This is going to be a green marble when we're done with it. Keep the brush moving so you don't let the paint pull up anywhere. Okay, I'm going to clean the rest of this paint out. I'll be back in a second. We're going to highlight it. Okay, we're back. I got the needle limiter set on this. I'm going to spray some boring green. That's the name of this one. So I can get this in front of you. And I'm just going to try. This is a little tedious, but you'll get a great effect from it. A little mistake there. Getting closer. Oh, you can see that work already in this middle area. You can see like the highlighting going in. I'll show you on this other side real quick. And we're losing paint control. Come on. We'll see what happens. I'm going to back flush it real quick. So this is a common occurrence. Now we're painting and we're getting no paint out again. So once again, I have to go into the brush. I thinned it tremendously. This is Minotaur, which is designed for an airbrush. But we are using a really, really tight needle at 0.2. And let's see, we'll get this going. Again, here we got to get going again. Bring that in. I'm going to start on the right side. Oops, and we got a little too much paint going now. So I'm going to have to... I took the limiter off a little bit, so I don't have that luxury anymore. So I have to be really careful with how much paint I'm allowing out of the brush. And there we got a little too much paint down, just dry it off a little bit. That's no paint coming out. And let's see, a little paint there. We've got these edge pieces. Getting these edges right here. These pieces are going to be a little more highlighted. This is going to be the outside edge, outside of the building, so I want these brighter. Then later on we're going to wash this anyways too to accentuate the detail in between the bricks. It's pretty dark right now, but once we hit maybe a green-black oil wash later on, it'll really add depth to this thing. And I'm going to try to attempt to do a marbling effect on this, and it'll be all part of this video series right now. So I'm going to just finish this up as I'm slowly highlighting, get the idea of what I'm doing, and we'll see you in a few. Okay, we are back. I got into a roll and did this off camera. Sorry about that, but I will go through a run through of what I did. Let me show you what we ended up with. As I said, I was trying to go for a marble tile look. And so far, okay. I wouldn't say it's the best I could have done, but I kind of threw it on there. Kind of excited about the technique, and it kind of worked out. So, tools we used. First, I started off with two game colors, this black and ghost gray. I put them on my wet palette and ripped up a couple blister sponges and sponged a lot of, there's some sponge texture all over of black and the ghost gray. Then I went in, same colors, with my Winsor Newton Zero full-size brush. This is not the miniature brush. And went and did the best I could with lining on this. Tried to thin it out with a little bit of Lathium's Medium. Or what is that called? Lamian Medium. From, I'll put it on camera real quick. This is Games Workshop color. I put it into a Reaper bottle. This is probably just a glaze medium, because I use glaze medium on this too later on. So I just ran lines randomly, actually went back and forth with the colors so they intersected and overlapped. And this is going to be dusty anyways, so this is not going to be the finished product, but this is what the underneath is going to look like. Then after I did the lines, let it dry a little bit, I went back to the base color, and that is Lurking Moss from Militaire. This is already thin paint, so it works well with a glaze medium to do a glaze. And then I took a number 2 brush, and this I did probably 2 or 3 coats, and kind of modeled it too, so it's not all perfect. So it kind of came together as a marble floor. So I think we're going to end the part on this one, and then we'll see you again on the next part. So this is the end of part 9. Thanks for joining me. We are back real quick. I just wanted to kind of show you how our progress is going. I should do this in each video. I'll do a little progress shot for a couple seconds. So we see we have the chipped effect on the structure, earthen colors on the base, and then when you come around you start seeing this pop out, and you're going to see how we're going to have to knock that back a little bit. It does have a good contrast because you have the warmer tones in the walls, kind of got the reds against the greens, so it really pops it up, and you got reddish earth tones, so it all kind of goes together there. Let's zoom in, we'll see what it looks like up close. Yeah, we're going to have to knock it back with dust. I'll probably take an airbrush with a earth color towards the end and dust it all up with some grays and browns. It'll knock it back even further to give it some more realism. So that is it. Let me bring it back out, and we'll see you in part, it'll be part 10 then. Thanks.